Welcome back to Daily Discussion. All right, so yesterday we discussed how habits decide our future and the way they align with or do or don't align with the future you may think that you want for yourself. And I think a lot of people have an issue with that in terms of making those habits stick, because a lot of people have this understanding of habits as or certain styles of life requiring sacrifices. And generally speaking, when people say the word sacrifice, it usually is semi used as a pejorative, where it's almost inevitably thought of as a negative thing. Well, I have to give up something I love in order to gain something else. But former UFC champion George St. Pierre had wrote in his book that when he decided that he was going to be the world champion, he had that thought too. And then he realized that there is no sacrifice. If that's what I want to be, I just have to make decisions, and my decisions have to align with that. And if they don't, then it's just not going to happen. So he changed the term sacrifice to just decision, because that's really ultimately what it is. If that is the true life that you want, then it is not a sacrifice. You're not giving up something that you enjoy or whatever. You're giving up something, you're making a choice to align your habits with that lifestyle that you want. You think you enjoy that now, but you enjoy something, you're doing it because of the memories that served in the past, but not the memories or the habits or the future it's going to build. So we have to redefine that in order to make that change and say, well, it's no longer a sacrifice. This is the life I want. These are just the choices I have to make, and these are the things that'll have to fall off. And if I'm not okay with that, then maybe I have to reevaluate whether or not I truly want this thing in the first place. And if that comes back to saying, well, no, maybe I don't, maybe decisions and the things I have to give up in order to get that are too great, then at that point, you need to give up that possibility of a future. You have to start aligning and say, well, what do I actually want then? What am I actually willing to make decisions to go towards? Otherwise, you're just living this pipe dream, and you're putting yourself in this perpetual cycle of mistrust for yourself, and the excess negative stress. Rather than using stress as a positive and the stress as a way to advance, you're using it as a way to hurt yourself because you're not using it properly, and you're just giving yourself this anxiety and this pressure that's just not a reality, because you're not willing to give up those things or make those decisions. So hopefully that helps somebody else. And like I said, if you ever want to talk about this further, reach out. Let's have a conversation.